Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. We are Somila Naturals, where we formulate body butters, hair butters, and hair treatment oils. This video is entitled, My Not So Great Experience with Takealot. I would like to state up front that this is by no means meant to discredit Takealot. Quite the contrary. Takealot is a great platform. It has wide opportunities. However, this is specific to what my experiences were with regards to enlisting my products at Takealot. First of all, my motivation for creating this video is to encourage other self-employed people or young, upcoming entrepreneurs, small, medium-sized businesses to please use spaces that we have to share knowledge amongst each other. Let us empower each other, whether we are having good experiences or bad experiences. Therefore, I'd like to say that if you are on Takealot or have been on Takealot, your experience might be totally different from mine, and that is okay. It is actually good. We also need good stories. We need the good, the bad, and the indifferent. However, in this particular instance, I am specifically speaking about my experiences having gone through enlisting products at Takealot. First and foremost, what I'd like to talk about is the packaging. Packaging is very important when you want to enlist on Takealot. Now, what I will show you is our first product that we enlisted, which is our star product, which is it's a treatment hair oil that we use for especially to restore hairline. I'm just going to turn my board around so that you can see. This is actually my hairline. So if you see on the before picture, I had lost my hairline. Then I started formulating this oil, which I then used to regrow my hairline and also bring some stability to the overall health of my hair. Because at the time, my hairline receded, which was the first, because I had done braids before. I used to have dreadlocks. I never really had hairline issues. But for some reason, when I took off the braids this time, my hairline receded, my hair was falling, and I just seemed to have hair issues. Later on, with a bit of research, I came to understand that age does affect our hair. Our diet does affect our hair. Our overall well-being does affect our hair in terms of stress levels. And also, if you're not taking care of your hair, not understanding your hair, first the porosity of your hair and what type of hair or scalp that you have, I came to understand that I've got dry scalp, which for me should have been a no-brainer because I've always struggled with dry skin throughout my life in any event, and at some point having eczema. But that is a topic for another day when we discuss shea butter. Back to Takealot and the packaging. So this is the product. So this product is quite small. It's a 30 mils. And when we started with the business, we started at selling our products at markets, which is something that we're still doing right now. So at the market, the same product, when we started, I packaged it in a plastic bottle. Okay, so you'll see this bottle is a 50 ml. All right. Now, because of wanting to have beautiful packaging that is aesthetically pleasing for people to see and people to fall in love with, I decided to have this bottle and to have this, I forget the words now, of the printing, this permanent printing that is done on the actual bottle. This, guys, is costly. So everything you do adds to the cost, to the point that at some stage I actually said, the product that is inside, you'll find that the packaging itself is more expensive than the content. So you want the oil to work for your hair, but when you do your calculations, you find that you spend more money on the packaging than on the actual content, which is quite sad, because sometimes you can have a great product, but because your packaging is not so good, then people will not be attracted to your product. So I found that to be quite sad, and it was such an eye-opener. So that's the product itself, the bottling and the packaging for the product. So if you don't do this, because remember you have to give instructions of how to use your product, what are the ingredients, you have to give an ingredient list. Sorry, I think my phone is out of focus. Okay, you give the ingredients, how to use. This is the front with your logo, and then if there's any warnings that you want to put on and disclaimers, all of that goes into your bottle. This pushed the price of the product exceptionally high. That's the first thing. Still talking on packaging. So when you send your items to Takealot, each item must be in a box. That's why sometimes you'll be surprised. You'll order something quite small, but it comes in such a big box. This box is stock 1. So I think this is the smallest that you can get in as far as boxes are concerned. The sizes go up, and then you'll find stock 2, stock 3, stock 4, and so on. So for my particular product, this is the smallest I could get. Now I want to demonstrate something to you guys to show you that in terms of the loss that I was making on the packaging, because my bottle is so small. But can you see the excess space? Can you see the excess space that I still have? I tried to research and find smaller bottles. I couldn't. Sorry, smaller boxes. I couldn't. This is the box that I needed for such a small item. Over and above this, you then have to put something called dunnage. Okay? Dunnage is, I still have some here. It's like this brown paper. It's like a brown paper cover. It reminded me of the covers we used to use when I was still in primary school and high school to cover our books. And we were not allowed to use, colorful things back in the day. So it's like this brown paper, I just don't want to tear it up, that you would then put around your box to secure your item. Okay? Now this, guys, it's adding up to the costs, right? Then you'll find that in my case, because of the excitement, before I read what Takealot requirements are, I went and bought, this is called wood wool. I went and bought wood wool, and then I thought I would put the wood wool in the box and then put my item, and then it would be nice and secure. They don't allow wood wool. I'm not sure if things have changed or anything like that, but I don't think wood wool is allowed as part of the packaging for Takealot, because I think maybe they don't like customers pulling out of this. I'm not too sure. I speak under correction. But when I did the videos, I specifically remember that the preferred material to use to secure a product in a box is dunnage, and you have to put dunnage because they have this requirement that if a product falls from like a height of a meter, it should not break, so it should be properly secured. Another thing, also for your own for your own comfort, you don't want an issue where customers are returning your product because your product is either damaged or broken. Fine. This now is just speaking to the packaging and the cost that initially you might not have been aware of or taken cognizance of. Now, you are now sending your product to two DCs. I forget what DC means, but it's like their main centers. There's one in Joburg in Kempton Park, and there's one in Cape Town. All right. In my case, let's say I'm sending 5 of these or 10 of these. I'm sending 10 of these to Cape Town. I'm sending 10 of these to Joburg because both DCs need to have stock. So you've got 10 of these boxes, then you have another box which you're gonna pack all these boxes in. That's a cost. Right. You have the stickers, they call them up 6 or up 45. I have them, but I didn't bring them with me here. Up 6 or up 45, those are the stickers that will go in each of the boxes. That's a barcode, and then on the bigger box, it's a different barcode. That's a cost. You then have to print a page, 2 or 3 pages, one for the inside, one for the outside, one for your courier, or if you're dropping it off, because I actually did take the time to actually go at the OR Tambo facility because I wanted to see the whole process for myself. Drop it off there. There's a paper that you print on. I'm sure you must have seen this from other YouTubers. That's a cost. To Cape Town, your courier, that is a cost. So, in your pricing of your product, in most cases, what we would do, we price for the actual product and we don't take cognizance of these other additional expenses. They do add up. Over and above that, whatever price that you're selling your product for, in my case, let's say I'm selling that oil for 100 Rand at a market, at Takealot, I'd have to put it at like 150 because I have to also make provision for Takealot's fees and what they take. Now, the percentages they take, they differ. From beauty products have a certain percentage, electronic products have a certain percentage, different products have certain percentages. I know you have a fulfillment fee, you've got some other type of fee. Then let's say in the case that everything is sold out in Joburg, let's say 10 of those oils are sold out and I haven't replenished, but there's still, let's say, 8 in Cape Town and they need 3 in Joburg. So they're going to take the 3 from Cape Town, it must come to Joburg. You get charged for courier. They will charge you to courier those 3 from Cape Town to Joburg. So it's all the costs that add up. In my case, because I'm someone who is cost conscious, I think that's where my background is, cost accounting. I went through the process, and to be fair, they've got a calculator there. I forget what it's called, but let's say it's a cost estimator. You can punch in your product, and then it will do the calculations for you, and it will show you for each product to sell what you will make. I bypassed that process. I think I was just excited to have been accepted and to do the onboarding course and to send my products and to sell my products. So packaging is very, very important. Please do take care to do your research and do your calculations. And in my case, you could say, okay, why didn't you look for a smaller box or bespoke box? It's to have your boxes made bespoke or smaller size, it becomes more expensive. Whereas this box that I showed you, you can find them at Plastilon. I bought this box at Plastilon, all the different sizes they have. They seem to be the one place that was more reasonable. The wood wool that I showed you, it was also from Plastilon. think Plastilon or Plasticon, but I think it's Plastilon. Also the dunnage that I've shown you. And then this had to be specially made by a company in Joburg, but I've just found another company now that can do that. So in terms of pricing as well, I would like to do a price comparison, and then I'll give you guys all this information if someone is interested. You know, where can I buy dunnage, because I've done a bit of research depending where you are, because there are some companies also in Cape Town that sell boxes at a reasonable price, but then when I factored in the cost to courier, it would have worked out more expensive for me, whereas Plastilon is like down the road for me. And also another thing, let's say if I order from Cape Town or Durban, there's that wait period. You know, you order your things and then you have to wait sometimes 3 days or 6 days, because some companies do take longer. So that is packaging, and that is, you know, the cost impact that I found that for me, it would not be viable. Maybe in the long term, I should choose products that I can put on there that would be more profitable. Because remember, guys, at the end of the day, we do these things. At some point, you do want to be profitable. I've now been doing this for a year. In that year, and from the research that I've been doing, as an entrepreneur, for the first 3 years, expect not to make money. Now, it sounds mind-boggling that you go into business, you will not make money, but do expect it, do plan for it. We were not really making money in the first year. Most cases we broke even. With this Takealot venture, we actually made a loss. When we go to the market, we do make some sound profit, but we're not profitable to the point that I could say, like, I can pay myself a salary, or I can pay myself, there's a certain amount that comes to me, because at this stage of the business, whatever we're making, it goes back to the business, because we're improving our packaging, we're improving our branding, there's product development, there's R&D, research and development. And even myself, after here, I'm tweaking even the formulas. I'm wanting to improve the formulas. I'm wanting to use a particular oil with this type of oil. The certain herbs that I use, that I feel, okay, this one, maybe I'm going to leave it out, for instance. So the product I was showing you, it's actually the same product. It's just, these are the different sizes, okay? It's the same thing. So if you come here, now if you look at the product list, okay, that's the disclaimer. Okay, I'm using grapeseed oil, sunflower seed oil, avocado oil, extra virgin, fragrant. Okay, this is the everyday. Let me show you the treatment oil, because this is the much potent oil. Oops, sorry, just keep my stand. This is the more potent oil. Let's see what's in here. There's castor oil. Castor oil, very good for your hair. There's sunflower seed, there's grapeseed, there's amla, there's henna. Henna is predominantly used to dye your hair. If you want to dye your hair without the use of chemicals, henna is very good. You can mix henna, amla, and indigo. I haven't been able to find indigo yet. I'm getting a bit of gray hairs as well, so I do mix amla and henna to dye my hair. What I can say about that, your hair will not come out black, because my hair is quite black. Some areas it comes out like a golden brown. So my hair's got 3 colors now. I've got black, I've got golden brown, and then the gray hairs are growing again. And I'm fine with it at this point, so I've left it like that. So I've got bringraj, I've got shikaka, I've got arita, I've got neem, I've got brahmi, moringa, hibiscus, fenugreek, essential oils, and vitamin E. Okay. So the powders that are in this particular treatment oil, we also sell them separate. Okay, for instance, here this is brahmi, and I mean, if you can just if you can just do research on these powders, they are very, very powerful. Cleaning your scalp, ensuring that this is amla. They remove dirt on your scalp, because one of the major problems with hair growth is that new hair is not growing due to build up in the scalp, whether it be oils or butters or the other things that you put into it. So that's why sometimes not sometimes, that's why it's important to do that. So this is Bring Raj. So I just wanted to show you the powders that that we use with the oils to come up with the formulation. Then in my case, I would let the oils and the herbs to sit and infuse for plus minus 6 weeks. I don't like doing the double boil for my oils. I don't like that heat going into my oils. So we've got like jars sitting. They will sit for 6 weeks, and then after that we will strain them. So where was I? How did I get to the products? Okay, I think what I was saying is, in terms of the packaging, then you'll find that at the market I'm charging a certain price. This is bigger than this package, but now at Takealot, now this has to be more expensive. Now this is cheaper, because you have to factor in all those other expenses. When it comes to packaging, again, when we started, I'll just show you here. This is our raw unrefined shea butter, right? This is plastic. So when we started, it was on plastic. It's a 300 grams. It used to sell for 150. I've now changed the branding because I wanted it on glass, you see. And this, guys, there's a cost to everything. Changing it from plastic to glass, it's a cost. Glass is more expensive, but you know, I just like the glass feel of it and the look of the glass. I say that also to encourage everyone, whether you're starting up, you're in the middle, that things will change. You will lose money in the process. That one is for sure. You are going to make mistakes. You are going to lose money. One thing that I can assure you, number one, the best thing you can do for yourself is to start. The best thing to do for yourself is to start. It doesn't matter where or how, or just start. Secondly, do not go buy a book or attend a course that will give you a quick rich type scheme. There is nothing that will make you rich quickly overnight. It is a process. Trust yourself and trust the process. So please don't buy into these YouTubers that will say, buy my course for this much, attend my course for this much. Almost everything you need is already available. Almost everything you need, someone has gone through it, and they can give you that information for free if you ask for their assistance. So please start. And number two, don't waste money on books, on attending a course. Because if someone is charging you to attend their course, you must remember you are their business. Just trust the process. It is a process. It takes time. You will get there. Our journeys are not the same. Our journeys are different, but you will get there. Thirdly, try to stay on your lane. I'll tell you what I mean. Along the way, there were other things that we tried, then I could see that they will not work for me. And when you do that, get out of it as soon as you can. Don't invest more money on something that you can see is not going to make a return for you. For an example, around November, December, we were having more markets, and I thought maybe it will be a good idea to do bath and foot salt. Now, if you look at the ingredients list here, it's quite... I did my research. I've got Epsom salt, I've got coarse salt, I've got baking soda. Baking soda has got very good qualities in removing dead skin. There's pink Himalayan salt. Then I put an essential oil, eucalyptus essential oil, which is also good for sinuses. I also suffer from a sinus issue. Then there's a fragrance oil. There's also some rose petals here. This item, it's a 250 gram. It's 50 rand. It did not move. It did not move. I saw other people who had different types of salt, and let's say you'd have one person just specializing in salt, maybe selling 6 different types of salts. They've got a yellow one, a blue one, and orange one, a pink one, and they will tell you, no, the yellow is for stress, we put this type of essential oil. Do you know what I mean? So now I've now decided we are not doing salts. Money has been invested in those salts, already packaged. Now we are giving them for free to people who buy, items of up to a certain amount. I'm also giving it to friends and family for free. So it's not a waste. I also use them quite a lot because I do bathe once or twice, once every week or once every fortnight. I'm not too big on bathing. I'm a shower person. I'm just always on the rush. But it's not a waste. I'm giving it away. So also, as a third point, learn to stay on your lane. If you've done something you see it doesn't work for you, don't invest more money and more time on it. Snap out and move on. See what is working for you and concentrate on that. Now, going back to my product listing, I also have other products here, right? And guys, I'm not trying to sell or advertise my products, but I just want to show you the types of challenges that I've gone through so that maybe you can try and minimize making the same mistakes. This is a body butter, right? This body butter is a 50 gram. This is a 200 gram, okay? Now, this body butter, it's quite an expensive butter. However, if you look at how long it can last you, you see this is my body butter. You see this is a strawberry flavor. This was the packaging. We've now changed the packaging because I wanted it to be black. Can you see now? We've got a label, we've got strawberry. It's on a black container, of which before it was on this clear color. So that's why I say you will evolve, things will change. Just trust the process and go with the flow. Now, when I give you the price for this body butter, it might sound expensive, but considering how long it will last you, because this body butter does not have water, it does not have chemicals, there are no preservatives. It's got vitamin E, all right? Because if your product doesn't have water, you don't necessarily have to preserve it. You do, however, need to put vitamin E so that your product does not oxidize. Because vitamin E is an antioxidant. So we put vitamin E here. Now can you see it's almost like halfway. I started using this on the 1st of September 2024. It is now the 3rd of January. So I'm on my 5th month and it's still halfway. Now, if I put this on the Takealot platform and you compare it to other butters or lotions, my butter comes out quite expensive. However, it will last you longer. It's most likely to outlast those other lotions. Why do I say that? This product is a butter. A lotion has water. That's why you would find lotions are a bit cheaper. The first item when you look at a lotion or a cream is aqua, which is water. So that process of watering down, whether it is shea butter that they use or cocoa butter, it cheapens the product because you'll find a huge percentage that goes into formulating that product is the water itself. So the water makes the product cheaper. I tried to do that with my product. I could see that it would not work. I did not want to water down my product. I wanted my product to solve the problem that it is meant for, which is for very dry skin, which is something that I've had an issue with for the longest time. So that was another thing in terms of competition, because people will look at pricing and my product will come out looking expensive. Whereas if I'm at a market, so at a market we've got testers, all right? So we've got two flavors, a honey flavor and a strawberry flavor. We'll put the flavors on you. You are able to smell it, you are able to feel it, you are able to touch it. So there is that interaction that happens at a market. If my product is sitting on a shelf, I do not have the privilege of that interaction. So that's why I'm saying I'm not necessarily blaming Takealot, but I'm saying maybe my product offering is not meant for that particular platform. It is meant for a different audience. Another thing that I wanted to mention was the oils. The oils that, okay, let me say the ingredients overall that I use on my butters. I use cold pressed ingredients, organic. So I use a certain caliber of ingredients, and I'm not willing to compromise on that. So you'll find that you are really buying a high-end product. Now, in an effort to try to be less expensive, I also had to tell myself I can't be everything to everyone. There is a market for a particular brand of car. There is a market for another particular brand of car. There are cars that cost 100,000. There are cars that cost 500,000. There are cars that cost more than 2 million. Each of those cars have their particular market. So in the end, I might hurt myself if I try to be everything to everyone. I then made a conscious decision, scary as it was, that I would rather stay in my lane, do what I know best, and produce the quality that I'm comfortable with. Because there is nothing more discouraging than having to promote your product while you're speaking to a customer, let's say it's a market, and you know you haven't done your best. With my products, I stand there confidently, I can explain everything, and when someone open their eyes and then they surprised at the price, and then I tell them, look, this big butter, for instance, let's say is 200. It sounds expensive because for the same size, you can buy a butter that is cheaper. But considering this lasts you in excess of 5 months and also 200 divided by 4, it's 50 Rand a month. 200 divided by 5. As I say, you've seen the one that I'm using. I started using it on the 1st of April precisely because I wanted to track my usage. Now, to be fair, I use this every day, but there are some days where I will use a body oil. Coming to body oils, I also made some body oils. The body oils did not sell well for me. Body oils are quite expensive to make. So this was our body oils. I've then discontinued the body oils. So that's why I say, guys, whatever you do, if something is not working for you, get out of it before you invest any more money or any more time, because it will become costly. Concentrate on the products that are moving, that are helping customers. This is my first video. If there's anything specific that you'd want me to touch on, I'm more than happy to do that. I use shea butter as a base for my body butters and my hair food. I just want to show you how it looks like. So that is my yellow shea butter. It comes in a calabash. I think it's about 16 kg. I get it from Ghana. It's what I use in most of my formulations. We also have the white one. The white one I'm out of stock. If you're considering starting body butters or hair butters, I would encourage you, please use the white one first. Start working with the white one. It's more pure. It's a harder butter to work with. The yellow one is a bit softer. So start with the white one. With your formulations, they are quite expensive. And another thing that I want to mention, guys, there is power in collaboration. Don't do everything by yourself in your own corner. As I am right now, I'm looking to collaborate with people that are doing wigs, hair salon owners. So there is power in collaboration. Try and see who you can team up with. Share the costs. For instance, the market I might be going to this year, because sometimes you find the market costs about 600 Rand. So you can share your space with someone else who does maybe something similar. So you're able to do a bit of saving while you're also growing your own business. I think that's it for now. I think I'll cover other things. Okay, I've got my board for Batana oil. Batana is a different subject altogether. We'll talk about it. And then if there's anything specific that you would want me to go into, I'm more than happy to do that. Please let us know on the comment section. And guys, please, let's keep everything positive. You might have had a good experience at Takealot. This is no way to say Takealot is a bad platform. It is a very good platform. Because another thing you have to think about is the infrastructure and the investment that has had to go on that platform in order for us to sell our products. And will I go to Takealot again? Most definitely. I just have to find a product that will be profitable for myself, where I don't feel like I'm undercutting myself. So sometimes the product that you're putting on is not what is going to be profitable for you. There are people that, do videos, they make 80,000 per month or 36,000 or whatever. That is very good. We need to hear those stories as well as to how they do it. However, in my case, I did not have such a positive experience. I have to go back to the drawing board and relook at a product or products that I can put on that platform that can be reasonably priced and that can be profitable. Okay, so will I go back? Most definitely I will. I have for now pulled all my products that were on the platform. I'll probably do a video when they arrive here, because I think when you pull your products also they charge. I received an email, they say it's about 10 Rand per item. So I think that's gonna be it, and then I think they will charge me for courier. But I've got a courier company that I use in any event. So I'll just send my courier and then it will be deducted from my existing account. So guys, let's keep the communication open. Let us learn from each other. I definitely and am 100% certain that to state that I'm not a know-it-all. I don't know everything. I've just been through an experience, still going through experiences, and I'm saying let us use these platforms to share knowledge, to share experiences, to share contacts, and for us to collaborate for mutually beneficial relationships. It is very rare that as one person you will succeed sitting in your own corner doing everything by yourself. So let us get into the habit of sharing, of supporting, of collaborating, of teaching one another. Thank you so much, guys. See you on the next one. Keep safe, be happy, joyful, and most of all, be profitable and start your business. Whatever you do, just start.